I'm Liz.
Hi, and I'm Jessie.
And we are making a model for our science project about saving the polar bears.
So far during our experiment, we have discovered that polar bears have to swim far from land because the ice floes that they live on are melting.
Sadly, this results in tragic deaths from drowning. Also, the seals which the polar bear eat are no longer coming up to surface because the ice floes are melting and they no longer need to go above the ice. So, the polar bears are sadly also dying of starvation, which is quite tragic indeed.
As you can see, we have completed our poster and our model for our science project.
So we're going to tell you about each of our models. So as you can see in our map here, we have Russia, Finland, Sweden, Norway, Greenland, Canada, and the US. So as you can tell, it's a map of the Arctic.
Now, over here in Russia, we have an orange line, and this represents where we wish to put our stable habitat.
You see this green and black dotted line there, and that's the border of our solar panels. Anything below that line will be covered with solar panels, but anything above that line, in theory, could be used for living. So that's what our model represents there.
And here we have our model, and we'll explain it a little better. So here we have the ice, and it will be solar powered. We have 2 polar bears on it and 2 seals.
So as well as the 2 polar bears and 2 seals, we have a few fish and 2 birds. This represents the ecosystem that will be in our stable habitat. While it will not be full, as it would be in a natural habitat, it will be sufficient for the polar bears. So you can see here our rocky land, which the polar bears will live on, as well as they will live on the ice. They have a cave where they can go and rest to get some shade. There's a pond where they can drink out of. There's also some fish in there so they could catch the fish too. And then we have a zoologist and his little shack. And the zoologist will stay in the shack while he comes up to care for the polar bears. And although Siberia is almost unlivable, he'll be able to come up and visit once or twice a day just to make sure that the polar bears are doing fine.
Okay, so now that we have explained our model and poster for our science project, now Liz will explain our 2 solutions.
So, as we said, we want to create 100,000 square kilometers of ice. And to do so, we must cover 2/3 or 2,293,000 square kilometers of Greenland with solar panels. To turn 3 degrees seawater into ice, you need 16,744 joules. To create a meter cube block of ice, you need 1,674,000 joules. As we wish to create 100,000 square kilometers of ice, we need 16,740,000,000 joules. A meter square solar panel creates 73 joules, and an average solar panel costs about $1,000. The average size of a solar panel is a meter square, so that means that we need 2,293,150,000 solar panels, which would cost us about $2,293,150,000,000.
So, as you can see, these were the extreme costs we were talking about.
They are huge sacrifices that would have to be made in order to make this project work. So we believe that this project will not be happening in the near future.
But we hope not in the near future, but later on, that our stable habitat will happen.
We believe that this stable habitat will happen much sooner than the ice will happen, because not many sacrifices are needed to make it possible. As it will be located in Siberia, which is nearly unlivable for humans. There aren't many people there, so not many people would need to evacuate. And also, we only need 200,000 square kilometers of Siberia, which is even less. We believe that this project will happen much sooner than the ice will.
So thank you for watching, and we hope to see that some of you have visited our blogs.
And we would also really appreciate if you would comment on our video and our blog and tell us about any solutions that you have in mind, and also what you think of our solutions, as it will help us to better our solutions. So we thank you for watching our video.
Bye.